Just a real quick message for y'all. For the love of God, please do not do what. I'm just real happy that this woman, Amy Cooper, Amy Cooper, she's a personal hero at this point. You know why? And also the dude that I think his last name was Cooper, Christian Cooper, black guy, Christian Cooper, and then Amy Cooper. Like, I'm just they're personal heroes today. You know why? Because their performance has like solidified a lot of what black men in America deal with. Their performance, they're back and forth. You know what I mean? You know, Amy, may as well call her Karen Cooper. And you might as well call Christian Cooper, call him Tyrone Cooper. Because that's pretty much the performance they put on. That like that black man, that's that black guy, the dangerous black man. You know what I mean? That stereotypically dangerous black man is the, that boogeyman that Hollywood loves to portray. Hollywood loves this motherfucker. Like, he's the dude that they put up on, the Demolition Man. Remember Wesley Snipes in Demolition Man? That's us. That's the stereotype they put on us. Like, he's just gonna turn up shit. You know what I mean? So then you get a homegirl. What was her name? What was it? Sandra Bullock. She played that woman in Demolition Man. That I would say was homegirl, Amy Cooper, right? Amy Cooper may as well be Sandra Bullock in that, right? And then Sylvester Stallone is the cop that would have shown up if they believe her, right? So that cop, luckily that cop didn't show up. Really, luckily this guy was videotaping. Luckily Wesley Snipes didn't, he wasn't wilding. He was like, you know what? I'm going to play my version. I'm going to be the black version of Karen. I'm going to be the black male version of Karen. I think I'm going to call that a Denzel. I think that needs to be the new, that needs to be a movement somewhat. There's Karens. There's this stage of white women in America, white American women, the Becky, then Karen, and Susan. And I think it's Gertrude after that. We need a black man version of that. I don't know, but there's got to be like an upstanding, because they call them Chads and Tyrones and Herschel and all that, or whatever it is, like something like that. Whatever stereotypical black male name that's a monster. We need the opposite of that for black men. We need a positive one. And who's the most wholesome black male that we got at this point? I think it's Denzel Washington. And Denzel is it's still got that black vibe in the name. But when you think of Denzel, you just think of Denzel Washington. Unless you think of Training Day, even with his Training Day performance, you still love that dude. You know what I mean? So he's like the most wholesome dude. He had never caught up in no Hollywood scandals, no drama. He never did anything that really was that controversial like that. So I think I'm gonna have to promote the Denzel movement. So the Denzel movement in my mind is, let's be like this dude Christian Cooper out here. If you see the Karen the carrier Karen of the coronavirus out in the streets, and she starts acting up with you just because she thinks you are a Tyrone or Chad or whatever, then let's flip the script on them. Let's turn on the Denzel in us. Let's turn on the inner Denzel, which is essentially being just as petty as Karen, and turn on your camera and do exactly what Christian Cooper did, because that was some heroic shit. He put it right in her face, and he was like, yo, I'm videotaping her. And this is why I gotta thank her. She is a personal hero, because she put on that classic performance. It was perfect. Like, there are so many men in that situation who would say what she did, but not be believed because they have no real proof. But that was perfect. Like, she put on the perfect performance, and he recorded it. They may as well work together in Hollywood or something, because that was a perfect performance. I will give him an Oscar for that. That's an Oscar-worthy performance. So thank you, Amy and Christian. And also Christian's sister, who posted that shit up. And I think she actually works in Hollywood. So that's even crazier, right? She might even get a deal out of it. That's crazy, right? She might even get some deal out of this whole thing. Her name's going to get some heat for this. So again, thank Amy. Thank Amy for her brilliant performance. Yeah, I'm being a little facetious about it, but that is proof of what a lot of us in this position we have to deal with. They put this portrayal of black men in popular society. We're these monstrous people. We are dangerous. You look at so many of the portrayals of black men in modern society are these dangerous monsters. Angry black men, right? Even if y'all motherfuckers know me. Y'all know me, right? I'll get loud. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna kill somebody. That doesn't mean I'm gonna attack them. I just get loud. I'm an animated guy, and that's a cultural thing in many ways. But it doesn't mean also, not every black man's like that either. But sometimes you just gotta raise your voice, right? Sometimes there are situations where you need to get loud. You gotta project yourself. You gotta raise the volume a little bit. And we are not afforded. We are really not, unless we're being the minstrel or something, we are really not afforded that opportunity. Unless we're promoting a negative message that furthers the negative stereotype. When we actually get loud about really positive things, useful things, a lot of times people are like, or we just want to defend ourselves, defend our reputation, be like, no, this is wrong, really get really strong-minded about something. People think, hey, why are you attacking me? That was proven in that video. The dude wasn't even doing anything. He was just like, granted, even the way the story goes, like, I think he gave the dog a treat, which they might even try to use that against him. But I guess the dude was smart enough to realize, I might get attacked by a fucking dog if I'm out here chilling and these people don't want to leash their dogs, which is the rule, right? So let me be nice. Let me make sure I'm good, just in case a dog try to roll up on me, right? Obviously, the guy knew what he was doing because he goes there all the time, right? But just like people, this is what we need to see. This is what we need. More Denzels in the building. We need more Denzels out here. We gotta, that Karen vibe. I feel like that's the direct opposite of Karen. The Denzel is the direct opposite of Karen. So I am imploring, I'm inviting you men. I'm inviting y'all, the Denzels of the world, or just channel your inner Denzel. You don't even gotta be a black man to be Denzel. You could be anybody, fuck it. You know what I mean? Whatever your version of a Denzel is in your respective culture, make sure you put that out to offset the vibe of the Karens. And Karen don't gotta be white. Karen is anybody, and that could be black, woman, it could be anything. Anyone who uses their privilege to subjugate someone and work and use it again and basically smash their humanity in the process. Basically discount their humanity, their individuality, their right to due process, their right to defend themselves in the process. That is what a Karen does. And again, that's not specifically white women, but you know, just the way that power works in this situation, I think that's who we know it to be in our society. So I'm imploring, let's start that Denzel movement. Let's make it happen. Like, let's make this a thing. This is a holiday, yo. It was Memorial Day yesterday. Let's make today Denzel Day. You know what I mean? But yo, Lomax out. All right. Peace.